Hello and welcome to another crochet tutorial. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to crochet the modified diamond lace stitch, and this is a beautiful lace pattern which creates quite intricately looking fabric with lace. I modified the original stitch pattern because I found that the fabric wasn't lying flat even if I blocked it. So I made some changes to the original pattern, and that's what I'm going to be showing you today. So here is another part of the project that I'm working on. This is not blocked, but as you can see, the lace is showing beautifully. And I've got another piece which is blocking, and as you can see, the blocking really enhances and highlights the lace stitch pattern. So for this project I'm going to be using Scheepjes Stonewashed, and this colorway is Axonite. I hope that's how you pronounce it. The color is 831, and this is if I'm not mistaken, according to the Craft Yarn Council, this is number 2 weight yarn. So in most Europe you would know it as a baby or sport, and then in the American terms that would be number 2. I'm using 3.5 millimeter crochet hook. The recommended crochet hook for this yarn is 3 to 5 millimeters, but I found that when I started the pattern with a 3 millimeter crochet hook, the fabric was quite dense and the lace pattern wasn't showing so beautifully as with this. Some crocheters like to use a 4 millimeter crochet hook with this type of yarn, but what I found that if I used a 4 millimeter crochet hook, the lace pattern is too airy and it stretches out quite a bit. So 3.5 is just the right size for me. In this section I'm going to go over the basic stitch techniques that we will be using in this stitch pattern. So these are slip knot, chain, single crochet and double crochet. And for the last two I will also explain the differences between the UK terms and the US terms. So let's get right into it. Let me start with slip knot. This is a way to conveniently start most of your projects. So you will take the short end of your yarn. You leave a nice tail of about let's say 10 to 15 centimeters. You wrap it around your index finger and your middle finger like so, and then you place the long tail under the loop like so and pull on it. And what it does, it gives you this section here which you can adjust by pulling on the long tail. Okay, so let's go over it again. You leave a nice tail that you will then weave in your project. You hold the yarn with your thumb against your index finger and your middle finger to secure it in position. You then wrap the yarn around your fingers and you place the long tail under the loop and pull. So now we've got the loop where we place your hook. So the way I place my hook is I will have the short end of my yarn on the right side. I tighten the loop in a way that there is a little bit of space between the loop and the hook, and then I take my long tail of the yarn and we will start chaining. So how do we do the chain? We just wrap the yarn around the hook once and we pull through the loop which is already on the hook. That counts as a chain 1. So let's do a few more together. We wrap the yarn around the hook. I like to call it from the outside in. I'm not sure it's the proper way to call it, but that's how I explain it. So we wrap the yarn from the outside in to make sure that this section of the hook holds onto or secures your yarn, and you pull it through the loop which was already on the hook. So that's our chain 2. Let's do it again. Wrap the yarn around your hook and pull through. Okay, so this is the basic way how to do your chains. Once you get a hold of it, you will do it pretty fast. So the next stitch or technique that we are going to be using is single crochet. Single crochet, that's in the US terms, and this is known as the double crochet in the UK terms. Don't let the difference in the terminology confuse you. It's basically the same stitch, just a different name. Okay, so how do we do single crochet? We take the hook and we place it under the stitch that we want to make a single crochet into. We insert the hook, we wrap the yarn around the hook and pull up a loop. So now we've got 2 loops on the hook, but with classic crochet we always only want to have a 1 loop on the hook going from stitch to stitch. So we need to reduce from 2 to 1. So we wrap the yarn around the hook and pull through both of these. So this gives us a single crochet stitch, and we have only 1 loop remaining on our hook. So let's do it again. We insert the hook under the chain, we wrap the yarn around the hook, pull up a loop, we've got 2 loops, yarn over the hook, pull through both loops, and we've got another single crochet. So let's do one more together. We insert the hook into the next stitch or chain, we yarn over, pull up a loop, we yarn over and pull through both loops. Okay, so we've done 3 single crochet now. So let's go progress onto the double crochet. Double crochet, that's again in the US terms, which is known as the treble crochet in the UK terms. So the only difference between single and double crochet is that we will have more loops on the hook, so we'll need to reduce the number to 1 in a 2-step process. So first we wrap the yarn around the hook, we insert a hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. So as you can see now we've got 3 loops on our hook. So we need to do the reducing in 2 steps. So we wrap the yarn around the hook once, pull through 2 loops, we've got 2 remaining, we wrap the yarn around the hook and pull through the last 2 loops. And this gives us a taller stitch in comparison to the single crochet. So let's do the double crochet together again. We wrap the yarn around the hook, insert into the next stitch or chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, we've got 3 loops, we wrap the yarn around the hook, pull through 2, wrap the yarn around the hook and pull through the last 2 loops, and that gives us another double crochet. So let's get right into the stitch pattern. This stitch pattern is worked over multiple of 9 plus 7 stitches, and it is 8 row repeat. So what I'm going to be doing now, I will start working with the chains. So because this project is a lace, I would start with chains, but if your preferred method is foundation single crochet or even foundation cord, then that's the right choice for you. I found that if I make my chains not too tight or not too loose, it's a nice edge for this project that I'm currently working on. If I used perhaps foundation single crochet, they would make the edges a bit too bulky for the look that I'm hoping to get. So this part of the project that I am working on, I will need 8 stitch pattern repeats, and then we will add 7 at the end. So in total I would need 79 chains. So when I start a project with multiple repeats, I count to the 1 repeat, not to lose my count. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, I lost it there. 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I would make a note that I made the first repeat, and then I will continue. So I will make the multiples of 9 plus 7 for my foundation chain, and I will meet you at the end when we will be turning and starting row number 1. Once we've done our foundation chain, we can progress to row number 1. So row number 1, we will start with single crochet into the 8th chain from our hook. So we count chains as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we'll work single crochet into the 8th chain. And single crochet, that's in the American or US terms. In English terms, English crochet terms, this would be a double crochet. So we start with single crochet into the 8th chain from the hook, and then we will work 6 single crochet stitches into each of next chains. So we will end up with 7 single crochet in the total. So we are working 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so in total we've got 7 single crochets. Then we will chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. You will skip 2 chains, and then you will work 7 single crochet into the next 7 chains. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this is our stitch pattern repeat for row number 1. So again, we would chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and work 7 single crochet stitches. So the stitch pattern for row number 1 is chain 3, skip 2, and single crochet in next 7 chains. We repeat this up to the very last 2 chains. get to the very last 2 chains, we will then chain 2, 1, 2, and work double crochet, and that's in American terms. It would be treble crochet in the UK terms. We'll work one of these into the very last chain. And then return our work. Now we get to row number 2, and this will be the first row of our repeat. So we will be repeating our rows 2 to 9. So for row number 2, we start with chain 1 and single crochet into the first stitch. We will then we will start our stitch pattern repeat for this row. So we will chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. We will skip the next single crochet in the group of 7, and we will work 5 single crochet stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We will then skip the last stitch. We will chain 3, and this is basically the only tricky bit in this pattern. We will be working into the middle chain or the second chain of the chain 3 space, and we will need to work single crochet stitch into this chain. So we will not work into the space that is created by the chain 3. We will actually work the single crochet into the chain 2, or the second chain rather. This can be a little bit tricky, so we will be working under the top 2 strands of this stitch and make a single crochet there. Then we chain 3, and we again skip the first stitch of the group of 7. We will work 5 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we will skip the last of this group of 7. We chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then again we will work a single crochet into the middle chain of the chain 3, and we will be making a single crochet there. Okay, and then again chain 3, skip the first stitch of the group of 7, work 5 single crochet, and that's what we will be doing all the way to the end of the row, where I will meet you back to show you how to finish this row. Now on the last repeat, where we chain 3, after we did 5 single crochet, the last single crochet will be worked into the top of the last chain 3, and we count the chains from the right side. So count 1, 2 and 3, and this is where the last single crochet will be made. Okay, so this was round 2, and then we turn. Now we are on row number 3, so we turn and chain 1, and then we work single crochet into the first stitch. And now we will start our repeat for this row. So we will work another single crochet into the chain 3 space. So this time we are not working into the chain 3, we are working into the chain 3 space. Then we chain 3 again. We skip 1 single crochet, the first, and then we work 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2 and 3. We will then chain 3 again. 1, 2, 3. We will skip the last single crochet in this group or in this diamond. We will work single crochet into the next chain 3 space and single crochet into this, the next single crochet stitch, and this is our repeat for this row. So again, the repeat starts with a single crochet into the chain 3 space. We then chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We skip the next first single crochet in the next diamond. We work 3 single crochet stitches. 1, 2 and 3. We will chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Skip the next single crochet, work single crochet into the next chain 3 space and 1 single crochet into the top of the next single crochet. There was the second repeat of our row number 3, and we will continue this right to the end. We are now getting to the end of our row number 3, so I'm going to be doing last chain 3 and doing or working the end of the repeat, which is single crochet into the chain 3 space and single crochet into the next stitch, which at the end of the row is our last stitch. So this will be the last single crochet for this row, and then we turn, ready for row number 4. So row number 4, we start the row number 4 with chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the next stitch, and single crochet into next chain 3 space, We then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, skip the next single crochet, work single crochet into the next stitch, and skip the next single crochet. Now we will start our stitch pattern repeat for this row. So we will chain 3, work single crochet into the next chain 3 space, single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, we chain 3, we skip the next single crochet, work single crochet into the next stitch and skip the last single crochet, and then we repeat the stitch pattern. So again we will chain 3, we will work single crochet into the next chain 3 space, single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, we chain 3, we skip the next single crochet, 1 single crochet into the next stitch, and skip the last single crochet, and we repeat the stitch pattern all the way to the last chain 3 space. So we will work the stitches up to the last chain 3 space, and then I will meet you there to explain how we finish this row. Now I go to the last chain 3 space, so I will chain 3, work single crochet into the chain 3 space, and work single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, and this is it for row number 4. So we will turn our work, and we are ready for row number 5. We'll start row number 5 with chain 1 and single crochet into the first stitch, single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches, single crochet into chain 3 space, we will chain 3, and we'll work 1 single crochet into the next chain 3 space. So this is the beginning of our row. Now we will work our stitch pattern repeat for this row. So we'll work 5 single crochet stitches into the next 5 stitches, 3, 4, and 5, and we will work single crochet into the chain 3 space, chain 3, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. So this is our stitch pattern repeat. Again, we will start with 5 single crochet stitches, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, chain 3, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Now on the last stitch of the repeat, which is single crochet into the next chain 3 space. We've got last 3 stitches left, and we will work single crochet into each stitch. And we turn. Ready for row number 6. We will begin the row number 6 with chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet into next 2 stitches. We will skip the last single crochet in this group. We'll chain 3, and then we will work a single crochet stitch into the chain 3, into the middle chain of the chain 3. So again we are working the single crochet under the top 2 strands of this stitch, like so. We will then chain 3, skip next single crochet. Now we will begin the stitch pattern repeat for row number 6. So we will work 5 single crochet into the next 5 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We will then skip the last stitch. We will chain 3 and single crochet into the second chain of the next chain 3. So again we will work into the chain. We'll work single crochet, chain 3, skip the next stitch, and again we will repeat the stitch pattern. We'll work 5 single crochet stitches into the next 5 stitches, skip the last stitch, chain 3, work single crochet into the second chain of your next chain 3. We repeat this stitch pattern repeat to last 3 stitches. chain 3. We will skip the next single crochet, so we are left with 3 single crochet stitches at the end of this row, and we will work 1 single crochet into each of these. We will turn. We start with row number 7 with chain 1, single crochet in the first stitch, single crochet in the second stitch. We will chain 3, we will skip the next single crochet, we will work single crochet into the next chain 3 space, single crochet into the next stitch, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. So that's the beginning of row number 7. We will then start our stitch pattern repeat for this row with chain 3. We will skip the next single crochet, work 3 single crochet stitches into the next 3 stitches. We'll skip the last single crochet in this group. We will chain 3, work single crochet into the next chain 3 space, single crochet into the next single crochet, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. So that's the repeat. Again, we will chain 3, skip the next single crochet, work 3 single crochet stitches into the next 3 stitches, skip the last single crochet in this group, we'll chain 3, work single crochet into the next chain 3 space, single crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into the next chain 3 space. Repeat the stitch pattern repeat until the last 3 stitches. We'll then chain 3, we'll skip the next single crochet, and we will work single crochet into the next 2 stitches, which are the last 2 stitches of row number 7, and we turn our work. We'll begin the row number 8 with chain 1, single crochet into the first stitch, we will skip the next single crochet, we will chain 3, we'll work single crochet into the next chain 3 space, single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. We will chain 3, and we will begin our stitch pattern repeat for this row. So we will skip the next single crochet, work 1 single crochet into the next stitch, skip the next single crochet, we'll chain 3, we'll work a single crochet into the next chain 3 space, single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space and chain 3. Again, we will skip the next single crochet, work single crochet into the next stitch, skip the last single crochet in this group, chain 3, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, single crochet into each of the next 3 stitches, single crochet into the next chain 3 space, and chain 3. We will repeat this stitch pattern repeat up to the last 2 single crochet of this row. At the end of our row number 8, we've got the last 2 stitches, last 2 single crochet stitches. We'll skip the first one and we'll crochet 1 single crochet into the last stitch and turn. We are now on the last row of our row repeat, so we are beginning row number 9. Row number 9 starts with chain 3. We will single crochet into the next chain 3 space, single crochet into each of the next 5 stitches, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. We will now begin the stitch pattern repeat for this row, which is chain 3, and we will work single crochet into the next chain 3 space. We will work single crochet into the next into each of the next 5 single crochet stitches, and single crochet into the next chain 3 space. We are now at the end of our row 9, so we worked the last single crochet into the chain 3 space. We will now chain 2 and work 1 double crochet into the last stitch. return our work. So again, this stitch pattern repeat is 8 row repeat. The diamond lace pattern is starting to build up. Just to recap, we worked row number 1 to 9. The stitch pattern repeat consists of rows 2 to 9. To begin with, you need to chain multiples of 9 plus 7. I think this would make a really beautiful shawl or blanket. Let me know in the comments below what you would like to use this stitch pattern for. Have you used it before? Do you prefer the original version of the diamond stitch pattern or the modified version that I presented in this video? Again, if you find this tutorial helpful and you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Don't forget to click the bell notification so you will get notification every time I publish a new video. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.